right. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I today am going to give a little bit of you can call it an icebreaker or a little bit about myself. So when I was actually given the opportunity to talk today, I was thinking, oh, what can I talk about? So I thought focusing on one particular aspect of my life, and that is traveling from my insecurities into confidence. So when I was very young, I went maybe preschool. If I have to give grades, it would be maybe LKG, UKG, pre-KG. About then, I was actually studying in the UK. And in that point of my time, I was the only person of color in my class, and I never did fit in with the students there. I only had a very few people who talked to me because I looked different. And when my parents actually came back to India, we actually settled down in Chennai. And when that happened, everybody looked like me, but I spoke differently, I acted differently because my bases were from the UK and not from India. I had a hard time mingling with these people. Again, I was the odd one out. It took me a while to actually fit in because of language issues and cultural shocks and all of that. It did take me years to get over it and understand I had to learn a new language. I had to adapt myself to a new environment. And I also had to understand the forms of communication. And one was teasing. As much as it sounds very fun, when I was young, I was not encouraged when I was in elementary school. So when I came to India, when people started making fun of the way I spoke, the way I behaved, and the way I was, I thought there was honestly something wrong with me. And I get it. They were kids, they were just making fun, but at the same time, I was a kid. I thought there was something wrong with me. I always tried to adapt and chip little things away from me, the way I spoke. Even the smallest things. I used to call my mom mummy. And after I started getting a lot of Egyptian mummy. Oh, your mom, she's now dead. She's wrapped in tissue and all of that. When I started getting all of those kind of verbiage, I did shift from calling my mom mummy to in Malayalam Uma. So when it's even those little bits that I'm trying to say that I had to chip little bits of myself to adapt into this new environment. It's even when I was much younger, the way that I was told, I do remember when I was around in the seventh and sixth grade, there was this group of adults who spoke to me. Could, Henna, Henna, could you mute yourself, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no worries. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So, well, as I was saying, when I was around the sixth or seventh grade, I was told by a group of adults that I was dark skinned and I would never find somebody or nobody would ever like me because of the color of my skin. I would never find a match. At that age, when I was in seventh grade, all I thought was, oh my God, I don't look good. My only purpose in life was to find somebody, which has completely changed at this point. But the thing was that I thought that was something wrong with me with the way I looked. I couldn't see myself in the mirror. I thought, oh no, I'm dark. I look disgusting. I even fell for the traps of buying these like the Fair and Lovely products that you use to become fairer, which definitely did not work. But I did fall into the traps because I thought that I was not good enough and I wanted to fit in. I wanted people to like me. I know I'm a people pleaser and I wanted to do so much so I could just be liked by other people. But by doing so, what I also started doing was starting chipping away parts of me and also chipping away even my health. In terms of, I was a chubby kid when I was in high school. And again, I got a lot of comments of, oh, you're so fat. And oh no, you can't fit in these pair of jeans. How can you? I starved myself, and I'm not kidding. I only drank a bottle of Coke and a little bag of chips, and that was my entire meal for the day, which definitely resulted in physical and medical issues. I couldn't even survive a day without a headache. I was so weak that I could not stay awake, or I always wanted to lie down. I did not have the energy to do so. So it took me a while to come out of it and start getting myself back on track. But during this process, what I understood was when I looked at myself, I saw myself as somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's cousin, somebody's colleague, somebody's acquaintance, that I couldn't see myself as me. I was so many of these different little pieces that I started giving and started adapting to, that I lost the whole idea of me being myself and what made me happy. So what I was trying to what I was trying to do, almost literally, I tried to detach myself from this entire pressure, this entire chains that were clawed into me. And that was me making the decision of moving away and studying abroad. And when I did that, as much terrifying as it sounded, I really wanted to do it because I wanted to start understanding what I wanted. It's as simple. If I wanted to have my hair a certain way, it should have been because I wanted to and not because somebody else wanted me to. And I wanted that kind of freedom, that kind of independence, and I chose to move away. I wanted to start living alone. As much hard it was, I still do not regret it. It's one of the best things that I've done in my life. I started to understand what made me me, what made me happy, and what was my motive in life. When I looked at myself, I understood that it's okay to be you as long as you are happy about it and you are okay about it. It doesn't matter if the whole world thinks you're crazy. It doesn't matter. As long as you're happy, as long as your insight is happy. It's as simple as this. Even in today's session, if two of you say, "Oh, Lubna, you did a good job," and five of you say, "Oh, Lubna, that's sad. I did not like it one bit." No matter the good or the bad, nothing's going to change about me because it's just your opinion. Just because you say it's bad or just because you say it's good, it doesn't affect me unless I want it to affect me. I want to end this with a little quote, but before that, I wanted to also add in that the reason or the idea of me actually moving away from insecurity and trying to portray myself with confidence was the idea, and the only statement is, what's the worst that can happen? If I raise my hand and answer something in class, and if it's wrong, let it be. At least I had the courage, or I have the confidence enough to do that much, because in the end all of us are scared. Even today, even among the presenters, if you would have had a little bit of nervousness, a little jitteriness to come in and talk today, that's completely normal, but you chose to do it despite that. And remember, 50% is just showing up and taking that initiative. And if you can do that, you can actually move much forward and to a better self-realization and self-growth. So let me end with a wonderful anecdote by Jim Quick, who is a super brain coach. He says that humans or individuals are like an egg. If there is an external force that comes and affects it, the egg breaks and then you fail, and it just damages the egg, right? But if it breaks from within, it's a whole nother being. So you have to choose for yourself what the environment around you has to do. Are you going to take all the criticisms or all the negative energy and let that affect and crack and break your shell? Or do you want to just absorb and just be in your shell and break out into a new being because you want to be? Even absorbing constructive criticism is good, yes, but it's up to you on what you take in and you do not take, and that is what is going to make you personally satisfied. I think that's the best way to put it, personally satisfied. So I hope you all enjoyed a little bit of my rant. So yeah, that would be it. Back to you, Ashraf.
Thank you.